Hey everyone, Chris here. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit of time since my last video, and first off, I just want to apologize for that. Also, secondly, I hope I remember how to do these videos. So I have some exciting things happening today, and I wanted to share it with you, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so we're going to be talking about my truck again. You may remember from other videos that I'm not a huge fan of chrome when it comes to accents on my truck. One of the first things I did was replace my chrome grille with the Ford Raptor style grille right there. And eventually I will want to replace the bumper. But beyond that, see if I can spin this around. What I've always wanted to do was update these OEM running boards. I mean, they're not as shiny as other aspects of the vehicle. You know, they have the black plastic on it and what have you. But still, I just never was too fond of that running board style, and I would like to update it. Inside of the truck is a little bit dirty at the moment. I'm sorry for that. But the reason why I'm showing you the interior is because you may remember a couple years ago I did a follow-up review on these Oedro floor mats. And what's important about that is Oedro actually found that review, that one-year follow-up, and they approached me and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing more of their products. Like I had mentioned, I wanted to do something with my running board, so I jumped at the opportunity, and they sent me out a new pair of running boards to put on my truck. So let's take a look. So what Oedro sent me were 6.5-inch matte black aluminum running boards, and I'll probably put a insert like an image here with more details about what they sent me. Not sure if there's a best way to open this and display everything. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to open up the box and then probably just put the stuff on the tailgate to show you what's inside. Alright, so here are the mounting brackets. These, I believe, are steel. There's going to be 3 brackets for each running board. Here we have the instructions, plus all the mounting hardware. Alright, now the moment that you're waiting for, let's actually take a look at the running boards. Obviously, they're pretty long. I'm not going to get them all in frame, but we'll do our best here. And of course, the bubble wrap opened up from the opposite side. Okay, so this is the bottom. And here's the nuts for mounting. Here's the top. I know, I think it's looking good. I like the design and this round. Smack it around. All right, I like the look. Here's the Oedro branding right here. No, these look good. So let's get the other one unwrapped and let's start mounting them on the truck. The next step is to get these factory running boards off of my F150. If your F150 does not have OEM running boards or any running boards on them, you can just go ahead and skip this section. All right, this is going to be difficult to shoot. I was going to set up my little mini desktop tripod, but unfortunately I can't find it. But essentially, the OEM running boards are held on by two brackets. There's one of them. Other one down at the opposite side. So it looks like these are held on, 3 bolts total on the brackets, and then another 2 at the bottom. So I think we'll just take the brackets off entirely, leave them attached to the running boards. All right, so that's one running board off. I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. It's definitely too hot right now for this hoodie, but as you can see, I have kind of like a gravel driveway, so definitely need to keep the rocks out of my back. So one thing I forgot to mention before I started working on that other running board is that you always want to make sure when you're doing stuff like this that you wear your safety glasses. There's a lot of dirt underneath the truck, and you have the potential of knocking that loose and getting it into your eye, like I almost did. So definitely wear your glasses and do as I say, not as I do. So as I had mentioned before, we're replacing, the factory had 2 brackets on each side. They're going to be replaced by 3 brackets on each side. 2 of them go basically underneath the front doors, driver and passenger, and then just 1 behind the rear doors. We're using the factory studs that are on the truck, and the instructions state that first you use the flat washer, then a spring washer, and then the nut. All right, so for our next step, what we're going to do is we need to mount these to the brackets we just installed, the actual running boards. We're going to use the hardware that's already in here. You can see them in the track. So we got to take out the nut, the washer, the bolt, the washer, put them in position, and then feed it back in. So I'm thinking what we're going to do, I'm wondering if this should have been maybe mounted the brackets to this first and then mounted this to the truck. Because if you pull out this nut entirely, this bolt entirely, that nut's just going to float freely in this track, and you might lose track of it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this in place, kind of get the bolts roughly where they need to be, and then we can, I don't know, hopefully not lose anything in the process. So let's get to it. All right, so I guess that wasn't too bad. You can just make sure that when you're doing this, don't tighten the nuts all the way. That way you can slide the running board back and forth along the track, and then you can kind of line up those nuts that are still inside the track. Yeah, get everything together. Once you have everything, everything lined up, you tighten them loosely. That way you can still work on positioning the running board overall. All right, in regards, I don't know how well you can see it, but in regards to positioning, I pretty much just had it centered between the panel line here for the rear door and the panel line here for the front door. And in regards to how far it sticks out from the body of the truck, I'm guessing, when you're looking straight down on it like this, You would want to see the branding, the Oedro company name. So that's why I left it that far out. I think that is a good position to get up in here in the truck. So I'm just going to go ahead. It's just shifted out of place. So I'm just going to go ahead, reposition, and then get all those nuts tightened up. All right, so the first side is finished. I don't think you need to see every single step repeated on the other side. So it's time for a quick little montage. All right, so there you go, folks. The 6.5-inch black aluminum running boards by Oedro have been installed, and if you ask me, they look pretty nice. One thing I do have to mention, it seems like maybe I should have done a measurement before I took the factory ones off. It seems like these running boards stick out quite a bit, which is not something that I'm complaining about per se. It might not be as noticeable when I plan on putting on some Raptor style fender flares on this. And also, hopefully this year I'll be getting new tires, new wheels, bigger tires, black wheels, and hopefully that will make that look not make it look so it doesn't jut out as much. So all in all, I'm very pleased with these running boards. I'm sure if you pick some up, you will be too. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. It took me longer to install these because I was doing all the recording and having to reposition the camera and what have you. I would wager, I guess, that if you were to install these yourself or with a friend, that maybe you could do it within an hour to 2 hours. It really wasn't that hard. Just like a little bit of time, a little bit of elbow grease, and they went on no problem. And again, I'm very pleased with this product. I mean, those matte black running boards, it's just, I don't know, it speaks more to my style, and I definitely like them, and I definitely would recommend them. So if you'd like to pick up some of these running boards for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description down below. That will link you right over to the Oedro Amazon store, this item in particular. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you feel so inclined, I'd be appreciated if you could subscribe, hit the bell notification, share with your friends, all the good stuff. So I thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.